Hello, and welcome to another episode of the Immigrant Experience Podcast. This is your co-host, Ruben Nashali.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, welcome. This is Emmanuel Dualai Koko, your host, and welcome to another exciting episode of the Immigrant Experience Podcast.
Yeah, man. This is another episode for the two of us.
Yeah.
And we really appreciate the support you are giving us. Mm-hmm. This has been amazing.
Yeah.
We just got a notification from YouTube that we've hit 500 subscribers.
Oh, yeah, that's actually very exciting. And
this is the first month.
I know we barely ran for a month, and we have over 500 people who have lovely
committed, man.
Yeah, committed and the support and the subscribe, and we have way more potentials.
Yeah.
In getting the stream going up. We just need more.
Sure.
We need.
We got the energy.
More content. Yeah, we need more content, and we really want to appreciate these people. Everyone who's subscribed, everyone who's supporting us, everyone who's taking their time to share our stories and commented on our posts. We really want to say we thank you, and we can't wait to see you guys when we're at 1,000 subscribers.
Oh yeah, that's we're waiting for a milestone, right?
Yeah.
And so Emmanuel have just told me if we hit 1,000 subscribers, he's shaving his hair, man.
Well, that'll be. I shave my hair all the time, so yeah.
Like you go bald.
That'll be
bald.
a good one.
Oh yeah, man! This is another episode today, and we're talking. The topic of this episode is job hunting in Canada. Now, coming to Canada when you're new, the biggest challenge, of course, is you're always finding a place to stay. Mm-hmm. You don't have history of your previous addresses and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But the biggest obstacle, apart from finding a house, is landing a job.
Yeah, most times even with finding where to live is usually not a big deal because at some point you might have a family or some relative or someone but
I'm talking people who there's a difference when someone is, for example, sponsored by the government of Canada or sponsored by relatives.
Yeah.
The people who come on their freaking own, man. Coming alone here.
Oh yeah.
Getting a house is always a big struggle, man.
Yeah, finding a place to I mean, now, housing is difficult.
Going for a job, that's something else, man.
Oh yeah.
Always very hard, man.
Yeah, finding a job is never easy. From all our previous guests we've had on the podcast, you can clearly see that every single one of them who was an immigrant had it really tough finding a job. Applied for more than 200 jobs. Like Halal, Bulu said he applied for more than 100 and lost count. And lost count on that.
And Emmanuel, how was your experience, man? Hunting for your job.
I know you're going to throw this one. Looking for a job for me, when I came, it was very difficult. It was a very strategic thing I had to maneuver.
Okay.
Well, I came at a time when I was an international student. I came straight and I went to school. So you already having a space where I came one day late. So classes was already a day gone. And that's something I realized, that if you're coming in as an international student or something, you want to come ahead, plan ahead.
Okay.
Like what Hala said, So finding a job wasn't easy at the start.
Yeah. But maybe a quick question. What was your first zombie job? Zombie job is survival job.
my survival job, my first would be moving.
Oh yeah, you moved.
I was a mover, an amazing one at that. Was it easy? No. But I made it work. And I was actually connected by the community.
Yeah.
By the Cameroonian community. I met some few people in church.
Yeah.
Who I made them understood I was finding it difficult finding a job.
Yeah.
And someone in church connected me to this guy who has a moving company.
Then
and
from there.
Yeah, and that was my first experience, my first job and all that. I picked from. What was your own
terrible, man.
Experience, your first job when you came?
I'm sure the majority of people don't know this story. Actually, I don't even count it as my first job, man. I got fired on my second week. It was a job in a retail store close to where I was living. I was living Donald Street area.
Yeah.
They're always preparing to laugh. I got a job when I was fairly new in Canada.
Yeah.
And on my first week I went and they had the timetable at the supervisor's office. So all our names were there, marked Monday to Wednesday, something like that.
Yeah.
Then, I was very new and I would say very stupid as well. I didn't know, I had an email address.
Yeah.
It was on my resume and I gave it them, of course. But I never had the behavior of looking it regularly. So on my second
I think
week,
that's a big thing you just made there. The point of not checking the emails regularly. I still struggle with that till now.
When you the first thing in the morning, man. Last thing before you sleep, and check your email.
When you have a few bit of them, you lose track of which one you've checked and which one you didn't check.
Oh yeah, so I my first week went fine because we had fixed timetable.
Yeah.
So I thought my shift was Monday to Wednesday, and I thought that was main fixed
table.
Shift.
Yeah.
Then I thought with any changes they will publish, and once I'm there, I will see the changes for the following week.
Yeah.
The following week, the supervisor sent 3 more shifts on my email.
Oh wow.
I didn't open my email. I stayed home, so I didn't show up 3 days.
Yeah.
I show up the following week, on the freaking second week. And at the door, the supervisor told me,
"You're fired."
No. she told me, "Ruben, I want to talk to you." I was like, okay.
Yeah, that's never good. Once the supervisor tells you, I want to see you in my office, or I want to have a talk with you.
Yeah.
You know there's trouble. Yeah, always.
Yeah, man. So she took me at the back there and she told me, Ruben, you didn't show up for X days.
Number of days.
I was like, no, I show up. No, you didn't show up. When on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday.
Wow.
And you had shift. I was like, no, I didn't know. She's like, but I sent an email out.
Yeah.
Check your email.
And you didn't check the email either.
At that time, my phone was very something else. Yeah. And I was checking on my computer back home.
Yeah.
And I think it was busy. I told her, I don't have a computer at this time. I didn't have a computer. I think I was using my brother's computer, something like that.
Yeah.
She told me, Ruben, you not having a computer is not my problem. You didn't show up for 3 days. You're fired. Holy crap, man.
And how did you take that? How was that? That was your first time you've been fired, eh?
The first time I'm failing, man.
I know. Well, that's always hard. I got fired a few times myself.
Oh, yeah?
I think usually when you start with those early jobs, you always find it hard to find that balance. Your lack of experience and all that, it comes in. And
man. But that lady destroyed me, man.
I know. What was it like for you? What was the work milieu like in general? Just working with different people and all of that. Being
new, it was a very good place for me to start get experience. And even I came February.
Okay.
And
February 2017.
Yeah. 22 at 9:36 p.m.
Wow.
So in February month, I was not going to school at that time, and I thought maybe finding a job and even being busy in the beginning and things like that.
Yeah.
But that experience freaking destroyed me very much. That I was for a week or two I was freaking depressed, man.
Oh wow.
With that experience.
Oh wow.
And for my first time getting fired, and make it worse in another country, I was having googling what it means when you're fired.
Yeah.
And having those answers, this goes to employment history. So I didn't even know what I'm saying.
Oh my God.
So I'm thinking, even if I applied for a second job, they report.
Yeah, they could report that.
I got fired.
Yeah. At an early stage, you have those fears.
Yeah, man. And I never told anyone. I never tell anyone. I never reported any. It's not even in my resume.
How would you put that you're fired as the resume? Or maybe you worked for a week. What happened?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
So all those things working a place for a week.
Yeah.
All that week, I was thinking, how can I even explain, man?
Yeah.
Even if I'm to go for an interview, how can I say I worked there for a week? Then the question is, why did you leave? Like, how did you leave?
Yeah.
And it freaking stressed me for 2 like, I was depressed.
I know. I had my moving job for almost 3 years.
No way.
Yeah, but to me, because what I tried to do when I started was try to find a balance between work
and school
and workout.
Oh, you're a fitness guy,
yeah? Well, I'm not the fitness guy, but I would say rather I love keeping fit. I love feeling my body.
Okay.
And when I do some workout, I feel it. Like I love feeling light on my feet, you know? And having the opportunity to do moving and make some money out of it. And could it cover my fees? No. So that weighed on very quick. As an international student, your fees is quite a lot.
Yeah.
So I had to find other jobs. So add to that one.
Yeah, man.
So like,
but how are you balancing school? And I'm sure going in college.
That was tough.
You were going in college, right?
That was tough.
They throw you subjects one in the morning, one at night.
everywhere. It was quite tough because you have to leave sometimes over. I got an overnight job as well in a retirement home.
Okay.
As weekends where I did like cleaning and stuff like that.
Okay.
Yeah. So overnight.
Okay.
Yeah. So that was also very good. It was a good start. Then the minimum wage was $14 an hour.
Okay.
Yeah. When I got that job, so I was still on minimum wage.
What year was that?
2017, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
14 or 12?
It was 14. I think it went up after a while. No, It was 12. It was 12 then.
Okay.
So when it went to 14, I was already on the on the scale. But I think that was why that job didn't work for me very well after a while. Because when minimum wage went up, the pay didn't go up. Yeah, it stayed at 14. So I felt like, okay, if it's not gonna improve, why am I? I just had attitude after that. I'm like, I want to raise.
with the international students, I understand, like, international students are given X number of hours to work.
Yeah, I didn't have that option. I just had an open
work permit. Okay.
From the start, that was actually very. I was actually very grateful for that opportunity. So I had like a few different jobs, and I did what I could. Try to hustle, you know, and sometimes you go to class, you're sleepy, and I'll literally fall asleep a little bit, and you're dozing off while the teacher is teaching.
Yeah, man.
I mean, and you just find yourself always trying to find the balance, but you know, you always had that goal in mind that if I stay focused, if I keep my hope, I'll be all right.
Yeah.
So then you get sent to placement. School placement for like my program.
And it's unpaid, right?
No, it's unpaid. So that takes. Well, each semester, each academic year had a different It varied. But the second year is longer than the first one.
Okay.
So yeah.
Wow. And maybe going back to like finding jobs, did you find maybe like community did you find maybe any employment services, for example, that support students and youth finding jobs more useful, or was mostly from friends and family?
I think for the most part it was from friends and families.
Okay.
I think I did try a little bit. I think the school was helpful. Algonquin College was a bit helpful with me trying to find a job. When I went to like the international student area.
And their office.
Yeah, their office at the school campus there. They were quite helpful.
Yeah.
They were quite friendly, but it was only to some extent, you know, because it's their job, right? They have to be hospitable and try to help you find your way.
Yeah,
but
paying a lot of money.
Yeah, exactly. So, but to the extent of you, like they gave me portals, they gave me links of like, hey, the AC hire.
Yes.
So they have a website. They have a link on the AC hiring where you can actually look for a job. Like if you're in school, and most campuses have this.
Okay.
On their webpage where you can get a job. Where you can get a job on campus. So they helped me got that, and I got a job on campus.
And there are a lot of reports of immigrants being used or abused at workplace. Did you ever experience this?
Oh yeah. I would say immigrants being abused or whatever it is.
Yeah, like being misused.
I mean, it's not the first time thing.
Yeah.
And it's not the first time thing because I've experienced this firsthand. And because you come from some other place, you have potentials, you have talents, you have gifts that coming to Canada, as we all know, is not recognized.
Yeah.
It's not recognized because you have to take another program. A Canadian program to get integrated to the workplace.
Yes.
So this already disqualifies whatever you're coming in with.
Yeah.
But that doesn't stop you from being an expert in what you were talented in before coming to Canada.
Yeah.
It doesn't stop you from your dreams. Because I noticed that most times the whole process of integration knocks off your dreams. It kills the dreams of so many people I've met who had amazing ideas, but one thing led to the other. By the time they finally integrated and became Canadian,
like their dreams.
All of that was done. They were literally now trying to get a job and get the pay stuff going.
Yeah. So and the other thing too, like if like most of education or experiences from back home, you pretty much I don't want to say like forget about them, but like you really have to find ways to get experiences here. In Canada.
Yeah, you do, and you also have to be able to integrate your skills.
Yeah.
So how can you best make this talent you have integrate with whatever you're doing now, and so it makes your life have more meaning. Because most times you notice, like I noticed the work milieu and all that, it's kind of depressing. It's kind of, you see, people are not very excited about, because you've
milieu, you mean work culture, right?
Yeah. Well, that's it's a French borrowed word. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah. So
this
guy. So it limits the possibilities of what you can get, the outcome.
Yeah.
Because most times, you've been shrinked to become something.
Yeah.
What you came and did in school year.
Yeah.
And then you end up getting a job. Going to the job, working maybe a 9 to 5 or overnight, or
then get used,
and then you get used to, you become familiarized with this routine.
And the other thing too, I feel like sometimes to most immigrants or newcomers coming, especially from developing countries, where like the countries experience a lot of corruption and all those things, when they come to country like Canada, they pretty much think. We always have this assumption that Canada people are very nice and there's no corruption, quote unquote.
Yeah.
And like people wouldn't make use of you. I just saw an article today, I think on Toronto Star, that immigrants, newcomers, I think in Newfoundland or somewhere, they're paying double or even sometimes 3 times more insurance rates than regular rates.
Oh yeah. I think that was something I also realized very quick, that as an immigrant, you're very vulnerable.
Yeah.
You're vulnerable not only because most times they can't speak the language, but sometimes also because they are bad gangs, they are bad influences. I actually I have my incidents of that where not necessarily in the work milieu, just in school. You have kids that would think they're smarter, Canadian kids or First Nations kids, that would think they are smarter than you because they were born, or something, one thing to the other. They don't see you as equal.
Yeah.
So most times you find yourself in a situation where you're being demeaned, put down, or belittled, and they think it's funny. But meanwhile you're literally struggling with this emotionally and all that. They don't give a damn most times. And in the work, these people are picked upon. They do. And this is the funny thing, they do the most work.
They sometimes do the most.
I've worked with a good amount of organizations, and the ones that actually did the work with the immigrants and who were barely paid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a very common.
The Canadians will tell you, I don't get paid enough to, like, if it's a job, they'll tell you, I don't get paid enough to stress myself that much.
Yeah.
Yeah. Many times, even so many places.
Yeah. I when I first came in, like, I don't want mentioning names.
Yeah.
We with like these under table jobs, right?
Yeah, yeah.
We worked for someone cleaning jobs, and this guy like will give us freaking chemicals to like clean, the washroom areas, right?
Yeah,
like
yeah.
The tub,
Yeah.
and sink, like with no mask. Like I went there twice and I felt sick and I never went back again. And this friend of mine that connected me there, I was like, but we need like some equipment, protective equipment. And like, well, the boss said he doesn't have the money to pay.
Yeah. That's something I noticed. Yeah, the working conditions. Yeah. I worked for this cleaning agency.
Yeah.
Where I worked, it was also something like a little subcontracting thing.
Yeah.
I did with them for like a year. And that was literally my experience. They would not, I keep complaining about everything. Maybe we're out of equipment, stuff to use. They won't buy. You take them like 3 to 6 months to buy. Uh-huh. But when they got an agency, a Canadian-based agency to do it,
nothing's changed.
Everything was ahead of time. Like they were now keeping up. So it was totally different. And I'm like, why was this different?
Yeah.
You see what I mean? Yeah. When it was someone else, you were willing to a more Canadian integrated company. You were willing to pay ahead of time and pay them what they wanted.
Yeah.
But as someone who you felt you could use or manipulate, you would rather just slow everything down, and that is actually very frustrating for someone who wants to give, like commit and work hard for what they make.
And given that you've passed that experience, now I'm sure that you like seeing something like that, you'll be the first one to yell and start screaming. but going back, what do you think are the factors that led you like to, or sometimes what are the factors do you think pretty much make immigrants to be missing? Is it understanding of the laws? They don't have knowledge, or
I think it's ignorance. It's ignorance. It's the fact that most immigrants do not have a good knowledge about the workplace culture, about their rights.
It's an information we don't know, not ignorance.
But that's it. It's the ignorance, right? When you don't know the information, you're ignorant about it. So and you're easily manipulated. You're easily used. Many places, I saw the difference of when I knew my rights.
Yeah.
How much power I had in the workplace, and how much even the managers respected me.
I don't know.
And how different it was when I was ignorant. But sometimes it only takes you to challenge some of the things they tell you
but you have to understand.
And you go like, no, I can't do that. It's not in my description. I don't feel comfortable doing these things. And they go like, oh, okay, don't do it. Then they point on to the next person who they think will be vulnerable enough to pick on to do that thing.
But I think that the preying on vulnerability, like
exactly.
Newcomer immigrants is vulnerable. They don't have the information.
Yeah.
And sometimes like you're coming from another country, you don't know the rules here. There are over 1,000 rules, man.
Yeah.
It's very impossible for you to like master everything within our culture.
Yeah.
But being uninformed pretty much put you in a situation where
where you're much more comfortable, and you feel much more comfortable when you know what you're doing, or when you know the norms, and you don't feel like you're always at the edge. You know that. But most times I won't tell you these norms. They won't tell you the rules. Why? Because they are aware that if you know these things, then you're gonna challenge them.
For sure.
But if you're ignorant, then you're gonna do whatever they're telling you to do.
Yeah.
So it's a very tricky
situation
to be in.
What do you think now are the best job hunting practices as a newcomer or an immigrant to the country?
For myself, I would say from my experience, your networks. I would say, like, for example, me starting from my moving job, it was just my little church community. I don't go to church, but the one or two times I would go, you can still see how connected of a community it is. And
no, you went to church when you didn't have a job.
No, I went to church when I came because my brother was is a pastor too. So I go sometimes to fellowship with them. And then they realized, I told them, saw some brothers there and I was like, I need a job. I am struggling. I've applied for more than I can count. And like literally countless jobs and nothing was showing.
And with me, like the best practices, picking from what Dr. Hala and Bolu Mike were saying the other time, like knowing, not just sending applications, but like targeting applications.
Yeah.
I mean, what value do those applications you're sending have? You just sending application to send, or do you have time to even see what they require and even changing a resume depending on
to fit the job
description?
The job description, yeah. I think that could be a good norm or practice to carry as well. But generally, I think it will come down to
volunteering as well.
Yeah, what are your values? Where do you see yourself in a few years?
Yeah.
Where are you trying to go with your life?
Yeah.
If you can define all these parts, then I think it starts putting you on the right direction. You're picking on the right trajectory of where you're trying to go in your career part.
Yeah. And of course volunteering, man.
Yeah, volunteering is a big part. I think for myself, I did volunteer a lot.
Oh yeah.
I had in school. You did these placements with no pay. Actually, you pay to do the placements.
No way. Oh, you're part of a school fees, right?
Yes.
Then holy crap.
So you actually pay to do these placements, which cost a fortune for international students.
I know.
So at the end of the day, you have to be able to maximize your opportunities. And I feel like you can't limit yourself to those dreams you had before you moved to Canada. They cannot die.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's a big part. I came here and realized that so many youths, their dreams die when they come here because of what life throws at them, and depression and other things kick in.
Yeah, man.
Which I had all these experiences as well. But we just keep fighting.
Yeah, for sure, man. Okay, so we want to know what your experience has been, especially in looking for a job as a new person in this country. If you can put a comment in this video, so that we can have those discussions next time whenever we're discussing this topic. What has been some of the challenges we face trying to find your first job in Canada?
For everyone listening to us or watching us on YouTube, want to say please subscribe, like, share. We really want to appreciate you guys for us hitting 500 subscriptions, and we can't wait till we get to 1,000. Please keep watching. Thank you.
Oh yeah, thank you so much, man. For those listening on Spotify, thank you so much, and please remember to follow, like, share this episode. And for those watching this on YouTube, thank you so much. Please subscribe, comment, like, and share with your friends. Thank you, and see you next week.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
You've been listening to the Immigrant Experience, a program we hope will have an impact on the future of newcomer immigrants and Canada at large. We hope you enjoyed the show, and if you did, make sure to subscribe, like, and share. We'll be back soon, but in the meantime, hook up with us on Instagram at Anyo_2021. #The Immigrant Experience. See you guys next time.